You've been waiting for a lightning bolt, but I've been leading you through whispers and small acts of obedience. If you ignore these tiny choices, you will miss the foundation I am building for your future. Today, learn how to turn your ordinary days into an extraordinary testimony. My child, do not be discouraged because your progress feels slow. I know you have been looking for the dramatic sign, the sudden door, the unmistakable change, the moment where everything finally makes sense. You have been praying for a giant movement, while I have been placing small invitations right in front of you. One honest sentence, one quiet act of courage, one decision to forgive, one moment of patience when your spirit wanted to quit. You did not find this message by accident. I am meeting you in the ordinary because you have started despising the very place where I am building strength. Stay with me because before this word ends, I will show you the small act workflow. You will learn how to notice, obey, and record the small steps that are becoming the foundation of your future. Do not leave this word yet. The miracle may not be arriving as one loud event. It may be forming through every faithful step you thought was too small to matter. Comment, every step matters if you are ready to stop dismissing the small obedience I place before you. Do not write it because the path looks impressive. Write it because you are willing to trust me in the next small step. I see the discouragement you do not always say out loud. You look at your life and wonder why progress feels so quiet. You compare your small steps to other people's visible breakthroughs. You see announcements, celebrations, promotions, healed relationships, new homes, open doors, public testimonies, and answered prayers. Then you look at your own hands and wonder why your obedience looks so ordinary. You are tired of ordinary. You are tired of doing the right thing without applause. You are tired of praying again, showing up again, trying again, forgiving again, saving a little again, choosing patience again, starting over again. You wonder whether any of it is becoming something. I see that question. You ask, is this enough? You ask, am I moving at all? You ask, why does my faithfulness feel invisible? You ask, how long can I keep doing small things while waiting for a big change? I hear you, but I need you to understand something. Small does not mean insignificant. Hidden does not mean inactive. Slow does not mean abandoned. Ordinary does not mean empty. You have been measuring movement by visible distance, but I have been measuring formation by faithful response. You have been looking for the mountaintop, while I have been teaching your feet how to trust the next step. You have been asking me to change the whole landscape, while I have been strengthening the person who will walk through it. This is not punishment, this is preparation. Many people despise small beginnings because small beginnings do not flatter the ego. They do not usually come with applause. They do not prove anything to the people watching. They require humility, patience, repetition, and hidden trust. They ask you to obey when the outcome is still unclear. That is why they are powerful. A seed is small, but it carries a forest in hidden form. A drop is small, but it can begin ripples that reach farther than the hand that released it. A single word is small, but it can become the sentence someone remembers in their darkest hour. Do not despise the seed. Do not despise the drop. Do not despise the word. Pause here. What is one small thing you have been avoiding because it did not seem big enough? Is it the apology, the phone call, the prayer, the walk, the budget, the honest conversation, the first page, the kind message, the moment of rest, the decision to stop rehearsing fear? Name it. That small thing may be where obedience is waiting. Stay with me, because the next truth will help you understand why I work this way. The world celebrates destinations, but I watch formation. The world asks, how far did you go? I ask, who are you becoming as you walk? The world claps for fruit, but I tend roots, habits, motives, and hidden choices. This is the compound effect of faith. One small act may not seem powerful, but repeated obedience shapes destiny. One prayer may feel weak, but prayer repeated through exhaustion becomes communion. One honest choice may feel unseen, but honesty repeated in hidden rooms becomes integrity. One moment of patience may feel insignificant, but patience repeated under pressure becomes maturity. A river carves through stone by movement, not by force. It does not conquer the stone in one dramatic strike. It continues, it flows, it returns. It touches the same place again and again until hardness begins to yield. That is how some of your breakthrough is being formed, not by force, by faithful movement. You want a lightning bolt because lightning feels fast, but lightning may illuminate for a moment, while daily obedience builds a road you can actually walk. I am not against sudden miracles. I am the God who can move suddenly, but even sudden moments often rest on hidden obedience no one saw. Do not worship suddenness, value faithfulness. The person who can only obey when results are immediate will become unstable in long seasons. The person who learns to obey in small ways becomes steady when larger doors open. I am forming steadiness in you. You need this. The future you keep asking for will require character that cannot be microwaved. Influence requires humility. Provision requires stewardship. Healing requires honesty. Calling requires endurance. Leadership requires hidden integrity. Peace requires repeated surrender. So I train you through ordinary choices. I watch how you speak when you are tired. I watch whether you return to prayer when emotion fades. I watch how you treat people who cannot advance you. I watch whether you keep promises when no one is checking. I watch whether you choose truth when a shortcut is available. Not to condemn you, to form you. Your hidden choices are not wasted. They are building spiritual muscle. They are teaching your heart how to carry more without becoming proud, brittle, or rushed. They are preparing you for the weight of answered prayers. What you call small may be strengthening what big would expose. If I gave you the branch before forming the root, the first storm could break it. If I gave you the platform before forming the posture, applause could poison what prayer was meant to protect. If I gave you speed before forming surrender, you might outrun wisdom. So I move gently, step by step. Small obedience keeps you close enough to hear me. It slows you enough to notice correction. It humbles you enough to receive help. It teaches you that your life is built with me, not merely for me. That distinction matters. Now I want to restore your view of ordinary days. You have treated ordinary days like waiting rooms, as if real life begins only when something dramatic happens. But much of your testimony is being written in ordinary rooms, ordinary mornings, ordinary conversations, ordinary decisions, and ordinary returns. Great lives are built in ordinary moments. You may not see it now, but the person you are becoming through small faithfulness will carry fruit later. The quiet prayer is not pointless. The moment you stop yourself from speaking harshly matters. The choice to rest instead of punish your body matters. The decision to be honest when no one would know matters. The small kindness matters. I see it. I saw when you wanted to give up but chose one more prayer. I saw when you did not have much but shared what you could. I saw when your heart was heavy, but you still encouraged someone else without pretending your pain was gone. I saw when you chose not to return to a pattern that once comforted and harmed you. Those were miracles too. Not every miracle looks like a mountain moving. Sometimes a miracle looks like you not becoming cruel after being hurt. Sometimes it looks like you choosing patience when anger had a script ready. Sometimes it looks like you getting out of bed when despair wanted to keep you hidden. Sometimes it looks like one small yes after many hard no's. You are not behind because your miracle looks small right now. You are being built. Right, still faithful. If this is speaking to the place in you that feels unseen, let it mark the truth that I count what others overlook. Now I will show you the small act workflow. This is how you turn an ordinary day into a place of extraordinary formation. It has 3 movements: notice, choose, and offer. The first movement is notice. Begin the day by noticing where I have already placed an invitation. Do not make obedience abstract. Ask, Father, where is one small place you are inviting me to be faithful today? Then pay attention. It may be in your attitude. It may be in your schedule. It may be in your schedule. It may be in your words. It may be in your body. It may be in your relationship with money. It may be in how you handle disappointment. A small invitation will usually be near. It may not feel impressive. It may be washing the dishes without resentment. It may be sending the message you have delayed. It may be turning off the screen that keeps feeding comparison. It may be taking medication, drinking water, applying for the job, opening scripture, or apologizing sincerely. Notice the invitation. The second movement is choose. Choose one small act of faith, one small act of kindness, and one small act of order. Keep it simple. A small act of faith may be 5 minutes of prayer, one truth spoken aloud, one scripture read slowly, or one fear placed in my hands. A small act of kindness may be a gentle response, a sincere encouragement, a practical help, or patience towards someone who is tired. A small act of order may be making the bed, answering one important message, reviewing one bill, clearing one corner, or preparing one thing for tomorrow. Faith, kindness, order. These three will steady your day. You do not need to fix your entire life in 24 hours. You need to cooperate with grace in the next 24 minutes, then the next, then the next. The third movement is offer. Do not perform the act to prove yourself. Offer it to me. Say, Father, I offer this small step to you. This turns ordinary obedience into worship. It reminds your heart that no faithful act is meaningless when placed in my hands. The act may stay hidden. The offering is seen. At the end of the day, record one sentence. Today I was faithful when, then finish the sentence. This is not pride. This is remembrance. You are training your heart to recognize progress instead of only noticing what remains unfinished. Notice, choose, offer. That is the workflow. Practice it today, not when life becomes easier, not when you feel impressive. Today, let one small step become a quiet agreement that you are still walking with me. If this message is helping you move forward, subscribe to stay connected with daily reminders that strengthen your faith, steady your heart, and help you keep walking one faithful step at a time. Now I want to speak to your fear that small steps will not be enough. You wonder whether tiny obedience can matter when the problem feels massive. The mountain looks large, the debt looks large, the grief looks large, the dream looks large, the healing journey looks large, the family tension looks large, the future looks large, and your step looks small. I know. But I am not asking your step to be the whole solution. I am asking your step to become agreement with my guidance. A small step with me carries more life than a giant leap born from panic. A small yes with peace carries more fruit than a dramatic move driven by fear. You only need enough light for the next step. That does not mean you never plan. Planning can be wisdom. But planning without obedience becomes a mental hiding place. Dreaming without action becomes a place where fear stays comfortable. Praying without response can become delay when I have already given the next instruction. Take the small step. If you need healing, begin with honesty. If you need provision, begin with stewardship. If you need peace, begin with surrender. If you need reconciliation, begin with humility. If you need direction, begin with the last clear instruction I gave you. You are not powerless. You are being invited. Some of you have waited for a feeling of greatness before acting, but greatness is often formed after many small acts you did not feel like doing. The person who forgives once when it is hard becomes freer. The person who saves a little when money is tight becomes wiser. The person who prays briefly when exhausted becomes connected. The person who tells the truth in a small matter becomes trustworthy in larger matters. Character grows quietly, and I watch character in the ordinary. I see you when no one claps. I see the work no one thanks you for. I see the patience that costs you. I see the restraint that nobody celebrates. I see the private obedience that looks unimpressive to others but precious to me. Your Father sees in secret. Let that comfort you. You do not need applause to confirm obedience. You do not need instant results to prove progress. You do not need people to understand the significance of what I asked you to do. If I ask, it matters. This will free you from performance. Some of you have been exhausted because you only value obedience that looks impressive to others. You dismiss the faithful acts that happen in your kitchen, your car, your bedroom, your office, your messages, your budget, your parenting, your healing, your rest, and your hidden prayers. But those places are altars too. A life surrendered to me is not built only in public. It is built when you choose gentleness at home. It is built when you refuse bitterness in private. It is built when you keep your word. It is built when you honor your body. It is built when you choose peace over being right. This is holy ground. Your ordinary day is full of sacred invitations. Do not miss them because you were waiting for something louder. Now I will show you how small acts become testimony. Testimony is not only the final story told after everything changes. Testimony is also the trail of faithfulness that proves I was with you in the process. One day, you may look back and realize the transformation did not begin with a giant breakthrough. It began with one morning when you prayed honestly instead of spiraling. One evening when you surrendered the burden instead of carrying it into sleep. One conversation where you spoke truth with love. One decision not to quit. One step toward healing. That one step became another, then another, then another. This is how extraordinary testimonies often form. They are built through ordinary obedience repeated under grace. People may eventually see the fruit and call it sudden, but you will know the roots. You will know the hidden decisions, the private tears, the quiet returns, the times you chose faith while still feeling weak. Those memories will become worship. Do not rush to erase the process. The process will one day help someone else. When they feel discouraged by slow progress, you will not give them empty encouragement. You will speak from lived faith. You will say, I know what it is to take one small step when everything in you wants to stop. I know how God meets small obedience. That is authority, not loud authority, tender authority. The kind that carries comfort because it has walked through pressure. Now receive a vision of the harvest of consistency. I am not saying every desire will unfold exactly as you imagine. I am saying faithfulness produces fruit in my hands. Some fruit will be internal, steadiness, wisdom, peace, self-control, humility, courage, discernment, and hope. Some fruit will be relational, restored trust, healthier boundaries, deeper compassion, kinder words. Some fruit will be practical, better stewardship, stronger skills, clearer routines, open doors, prepared hands. Fruit grows in layers. You may first notice that your reactions change, then your habits change. Then your relationships change. Then your capacity changes. Then doors that once felt too heavy begin to make sense because the person entering them has become stronger. This is why the small acts matter. They are not random. They are stones in the house of your future. One kind word, one honest choice, one moment of patience, one decision to forgive, one prayer when tired, one budget line, one page written, one boundary kept, one meal prepared, one apology offered, stone by stone, step by step, drop by drop, the ripple expands. The single golden drop you release today may touch more than you can see. Your kindness may steady someone else. Your obedience may protect your family. Your honesty may end a cycle. Your patience may prevent a wound. Your prayer may shift your inner atmosphere. Do not underestimate what I can multiply. I fed multitudes from what looked too small in human hands. I used a shepherd's stone, a widow's oil, a boy's lunch, a whispered yes, and a borrowed tomb. I do not need impressive material to produce holy fruit. I need surrendered material. Bring me what you have. Bring me the small day. Bring me the trembling yes. Bring me the ordinary step. The next message will address how to keep going when your small steps feel unnoticed, unrewarded, and emotionally tiring. I will show you how to receive encouragement directly from me when people do not see the cost of your faithfulness. Stay near. Before you leave, comment, every step matters. Let it mean you will no longer call obedience meaningless because it looks small. Let it mean you are ready to notice. Choose and offer one faithful act today. Now receive my promise over your ordinary life. I am not only the God of lightning bolts, I am the God of manna, daily bread, daily mercy, daily strength, daily guidance, daily steps. I am with you in the small beginning. I am with you in the quiet choice. I am with you when progress feels slow. I am with you when no one claps. I am with you when you choose faith over despair in a room nobody sees. Your small acts are creating a miracle, not because they are powerful apart from me, because I am present in them. Do not wait for the mountaintop to obey. Do not wait for thunder to trust. Do not wait for applause to continue. Do not wait for pores to continue. Do not wait for perfect confidence to take the step. You have enough light for the next step. Take it with me, then take the next, and the next. One day, you will look back and see that the road was built beneath your feet while you kept walking.